Roughly 1 in every 4 American adults over 50, people who are supposed to be looking forward to their golden years, now expect they will never retire. Not that they don't want to, that they can't. They believe they will work until they die. This isn't just a feeling, it's a financial reality creeping up on millions. The dream of a comfortable retirement, once a cornerstone of a successful life, is becoming a fantasy. So why is this happening? Why, despite all the advice, are so many people on a path to a financially insecure old age? Let's start with the numbers, because they paint a stark picture. As of last year, the average 401k balance was about $144,000. That might sound okay until you break it down. For a Gen Z worker, the average is just $17,000. For a millennial, it's around $80,000. It's only when you get to Gen X and the boomers that you see balances climb over $200,000. But even $250,000 is a shockingly small amount to fund a retirement that could last 20 or 30 years. And this is just the average. The median, the number right in the middle, is much, much lower. Geography plays a massive role too. If you live in Hawaii, the median retirement savings is over $228,000. But move to Missouri or Arkansas, and that number plummets to around $60,000. Imagine trying to live for decades on 60 grand. It's impossible. 58% of American workers feel they are behind on their retirement savings. They're not wrong. The most obvious reason for this is access. You can't save in a plan that doesn't exist. A staggering 42% of full-time workers don't have access to an employer-sponsored plan. For part-time workers, it's a catastrophic 79%. For millions, the primary vehicle for retirement savings is simply locked away. But even for those with access, life gets in the way. Economic pressures are squeezing households from all sides. Inflation means every dollar saved today buys less tomorrow. High-interest credit card debt acts like a parasite, siphoning away money that could be growing in a retirement account. And then there's the silent killer of financial futures, healthcare costs. Fidelity estimates that a 65-year-old couple today needs over $170,000 in after-tax savings just to cover medical expenses in retirement. That's more than the entire average 401k. But the external pressures are only half the story. The other half is inside our own heads. We are psychologically wired to fail at long-term planning. There's something called present bias. Our brains are designed for immediate gratification. The pleasure of a new phone or a vacation now feels far more real and compelling than the vague, distant comfort of a secure retirement 30 years from now. This leads to the most common affliction, procrastination. We think we'll have more time, more paydays, but time is the one resource you can never get back, especially when it comes to the power of compound interest. This procrastination is fueled by fear and uncertainty. The world of investing seems complex, overwhelming. Faced with 1,000 different fund options and confusing jargon, many people experience decision paralysis. They get so overwhelmed they simply do nothing, which is the worst possible choice. We tell ourselves we'll start when we get that next raise or when the kids are out of the house, but that day rarely comes. Even if you overcome all of this, you get access, you start saving, you fight your own psychology, there are invisible forces working to erode what you build. The first is longevity. We are living longer than ever before. This is a triumph of modern medicine, but it's a potential catastrophe for modern finance. A longer life means a longer retirement to fund. Financial planners now say that the risk of outliving your money can be a greater threat than market crashes or even inflation. Your savings don't just have to survive your first 10 years of retirement. They might have to survive 30 or more. And while they're trying to survive, they're being attacked by inflation. It feels slow, almost unnoticeable day to day, but over decades, it's a monster. An average inflation rate of just 3% will cut the purchasing power of your money in half in about 24 years. That $100,000 you saved feels like $50,000. Over 30 years, its buying power is reduced to just $41,000. Your nest egg is constantly shrinking, even when it looks like it's growing. This crisis also looks different depending on when you were born. Gen X was the first generation to be thrown into the 401k system as the primary way to save, replacing the pensions their parents had. They are the guinea pigs, and many are worried. Millennials are juggling historic student loan debt and childcare costs, making saving an uphill battle. And Gen Z, while aspiring to retire early, is starting their careers in a world of high inflation and market volatility, leading to incredible financial stress. Everyone is afraid. A recent poll showed 71% of working Americans across all generations are afraid Social Security simply won't be there for them when they retire. So, is the dream dead? Is a comfortable retirement truly impossible for most people? Not impossible, but it requires a fight. It requires acknowledging these forces and taking deliberate, conscious action against them. The game has changed, and the old rules no longer apply. You can't just work for 40 years and expect a gold watch and a pension. Retirement is no longer an age you reach, it's a financial number you have to hit. The strategies to get there aren't secret, they are just hard. It starts with paying yourself first through automated contributions. It means capturing every single dollar of an employer match. That is the only free money you will ever get in your life. It means aggressively paying down high-interest debt because you cannot outinvest a 25% credit card interest rate. For those over 50, it means using the catch-up contributions that legislation now allows. It means opening an IRA to supplement a workplace plan. It might even mean making tough choices like downsizing a home or moving to a state with a lower cost of living. Ultimately, securing a comfortable retirement in this environment is an act of defiance. It's a rebellion against our own short-term thinking, a defense against the slow grind of inflation, and a proactive strike against the unpredictable costs of a longer life. It won't happen by accident. It will only happen by design. Your design.